Have you ever felt so overwhelmed that you wished you had a reset button for your brain? That you could regain clarity, access your creative ideas, find it easier to focus? Watch the complete video to know the answer. Hey, welcome to the new video from Inspire to Unfold. In this video we are learning about the dopamine detox concept and how to reset your brain for success. With entertainment and distractions literally at our fingertips, we are spending more and more time on social media, watching Netflix and playing video games. Whenever we feel bored for a minute, we grab our smartphone and distract ourselves. Or what about grabbing a nice sugary or high-fat snack in order to fill the gap of boredom? The question is, why do we do these kinds of things even though we know it isn't good for us? The answer can be found in your brain. First, let's know about the famous neurotransmitter called dopamine in our brain. The primary function of dopamine is to reward you when you do something good. The release of dopamine helps reinforce the pleasurable behavior, increasing the likelihood the individual will repeat that behavior to get the same feeling. That's why it feels so good to eat, learn, sleep, relax, and spend time with your loved ones, among other things. Dopamine is also a bit of a double-edged sword. Dopamine is also released from your brain when you indulge in things like endless social media scrolling, eating junk food, and consuming alcohol, to name a few. These activities may feel good, but they're not exactly healthy for you. In our overly connected world, we get a dopamine hit from plenty of unhealthy or useless things. Social media and smartphones are wonderful things, but they're also pretty addictive because of how much dopamine they give you. Once the brain develops a tolerance, it keeps needing more and more dopamine, and normal tasks become increasingly difficult to complete. That is why you are feeling difficulty to complete certain tasks like exercising, reading, etc., because you won't get that high dopamine hit once you're doing or finish these kind of activities. Now let's talk about dopamine detox. A dopamine detox isn't an attempt to reduce the amount of dopamine in your brain. It's a way of retraining your brain to get dopamine the old-fashioned way. What this basically means is that any activity that stimulates the brain needs to be discontinued for one entire day. No phone, no laptop, no TV. And you are allowed to drink water, go for a walk, do some light exercise, meditate and write, with pen and paper only. Dopamine detox works because you become so bored that boring stuff becomes more fun. Another option is to use your high dopamine activities as a reward for completing difficult work. For example, if you're addicted to eating too much snacks and you want to change that, then try reading a book for 30 minutes or perform a task which you found very difficult to master. Then reward a small snacking session after you have completed that task. If you've been a bit bored with the quarantine, working from home, or just feeling a bit blah these days, you might want to consider a dopamine detox. The conclusion is that we are all dopamine addicts to a certain extent. And that's a good thing because dopamine motivates us to achieve our goals and improve ourselves. But it's up to you to decide where you're going to get your dopamine from. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to Inspire to Unfold because more incredible contents are on the way.